This week's edition of Bear Down with Brian Jeffries is presented by Hughes Federal Credit Union, home of the official U of A Visa debit card. Welcome to another edition of Bear Down with Brian Jeffries. That would be me, and our guest is Sam Thomas, senior forward from Las Vegas, Nevada, member of the 2020 Pac-12 All-Defensive Team, one of the all-time Wildcat greats, and looking forward to, I know, a great season coming up whenever it does start. Just a couple things about Sam, if you don't know already. She has started all 98 games in her U of A career, on track to join now the 1,500 club. She scored 939 career points and grabbed 452 rebounds. Obviously, she can get over 1,500 here in this coming season. Her defensive numbers just as strong: 136 career block shots, 159 career steals. Needless to say, her coach loves her because she plays great defense and offense on top of that too. Hey, Sam, thanks for joining us. And what's the summer been like for you? I know for everybody now, just trying to stay in shape and do what you can do. Sometimes you have to do it on your own, but tell us what you've done since last March.
Yeah, it's definitely been a crazy summer with everything going on with COVID and season getting canceled. Just been trying to take it day by day. I did have an internship this summer, so that kind of helped keep my mind a little bit busy. I got to work for Nike this summer for an internship, so I got to work with that for a little bit, take my mind off basketball and just get a taste of like the working life. So that really kept me busy this summer, and now we're back at it, trying to work out and get back into the swing of things for whenever our season's here.
Last year, of course, the last couple of seasons have been very special for the Wildcats. What does that momentum mean for the team going into the next season?
Yeah, it means everything. I think we definitely are a team that has unfinished business. I mean, we were on a roll for hosting possibly and then making it far in the tournament, and then to have our season cut short. We definitely want to show everyone that we deserve to be in the tournament. We would have made a lot of noise in the tournament. We haven't been in a couple years, so it would have been nice to have that team to go back, but hopefully we can try and bring that same energy for this year.
I mentioned you started all 98 games in your career. You and Ari have started 66 together now in a row. What does that mean that you, as two of the seniors now going into this season, what has that teamwork been like for you two in particular?
Yeah, it's been so fun. I love playing with Arias. A lot of people have watched her. She's great at basketball, obviously. She's really fast. She's a great leader on and off the court. So just to be able to play with her and see all the amazing things that she's accomplishing, and knowing that we're right there with her, like trying to help her reach all these goals and as well as reach the team goals, it's just a great experience. I love Ari. I love playing with her. She always makes the right plays, it seems like, whether she sucks in all the defense because she's so fast and leaves open shots for everyone else, or everyone's worried about the shooter, so then we're allowed to open up the lanes for her. So it's just been a great time.
Have you had a chance now to get to meet, well, obviously met, but be around some of the new players as well?
Mm-hmm, yeah, definitely. I will say I have met them all in person, so it's been nice. We've been doing Zoom calls over the summer because a lot of them are foreigners, so it's been nice to see them. We're in different little pods, so we try and mix it up a little bit, have a few returners and freshmen, so I definitely got to see everyone and meet all them, and I'm super excited for everyone else to meet them.
Great. In last April, you sent a letter out to U of A fans thanking them for their support, detailing some of the special moments the team shared this past season. And you've been a part of the explosion of this program in terms of the fan base, from where it was maybe that first home game at McHale that you played to the last couple of seasons where it's the must-see place to be when the women are home for a game. What's that been like to see that growth in the fan base?
I mean, it's been unbelievable. I've never experienced anything like this. I never pictured this happening or imagining this happening, knowing that we sold out McHale for a game, hosted the WNIT tournament. We have a bunch of fans like coming to our games now. And of course, it's a bunch of familiar faces too. It's usually like the same crowd coming back and supporting us. And of course, we have new fans who come and say hi to us. And it's just great to have that connection with the fans, because Tucson is really like a college town. It's Arizona. So people really just know like us and who we are. So it's great to have that like close relation with all the fans.
You've been one of the team captains. Do you like that leadership role?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely was scared a little bit in the beginning as a freshman. Being a captain was a little bit scary, but I feel like I've definitely grown into my position. I've learned something new every year as a leader. So it's just been great to keep having that leadership role and bringing in the team together and trying to get that team bonding going on to show on and off the court.
Speaking of off the court, you're co-president of SAC, and for those that don't know, that's the Student Athlete Advisory Council. First of all, for those who don't know, tell us what that council does and then what your role is.
Yeah, definitely. So in SAC, we just basically try and let the student athletes have a voice. We talk about clubs that are going on, certain activities. We just try and make the student athlete life better. We get to have close relations with Dave Hickey and Erica Barnes. So that's something pretty special that I don't think a lot of schools get to do. So we kind of get to work with them to see like what we want as student athletes, what we'd like to see more of, less of, just kind of get that relationship with them. And then as SAC president, me and my co-president kind of oversee everything. We try and like take everyone to come to us if they need something like that's addressed and they don't want to address it or they need us to help out with it. We just kind of like are the leaders to try and like bond that relationship between all the teams.
Neat. Hey, this is your senior year, which means your senior year academically as well. What do you got going on right now in terms of
Well, I graduated early, so I graduated in 3.5. So now I'm starting grad school with educational leadership. It's really been fun. Just kind of, it's interesting to see because I'm with a lot of teachers as well. So kind of relate them from teachers to basketball because I want to be a coach when I'm older. So kind of seeing like how teaching and coaching is similar and different in both ways. It's just nice to see that in grad school.
Okay, so you want to be a coach when you're older. Well, that's not that you're going to get older soon, but your college career, your basketball career, at least at Arizona, is going to end, unfortunately, fairly soon. What's the next step for Sam Thomas?
The next step is hopefully continuing my career, whether it's overseas or in the WNBA. I just want to keep playing basketball as long as I can.
Okay. We know you'll be great at it. Did you grow up idolizing any WNBA players in particular?
I definitely liked Maya Moore. I just think, obviously coming from UConn, that great team, and then doing what she's doing now off the court as well. I think she's just a great inspiration for a bunch of young women.
All right. Hey, your coach is a new mom.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's been quite a summer for Coach Barnes and her family, which now numbers 4.
Mm-hmm.
How exciting is that for the team to have a new member?
We're so happy. We were so excited all summer for her to come. They sent us pictures yesterday, and I'm sure she's posted them on social media now. Just a cute little girl. We're so happy that it's a girl too.
There you go. Hey, one other thing back to basketball. I was looking at the Arizona roster, and if my count is right, there are now 8 players on the roster that stand 6 feet or taller. And I'm just wondering, sometimes that's not talked about a lot in women's basketball, and that's the height of the players. How important can that role be to making this even a better Arizona basketball team?
Yeah, well, having height definitely helps, especially in basketball. It's good to have that height. But knowing that we're getting like an average of a good amount of height, it's easy because we can play big or we can play small if we want. So we can put like myself and Helena on the wings and then pack it in inside. And we're still pretty taller players. So then we can get post up if we need to on mismatches. So it just expands our offense so much.
I mentioned Coach Adia Barnes a moment ago and her new baby, but you've been around her now for 3+ years. Is there a single piece of advice that she's given you that you feel has made you a better basketball player?
Yeah, I've been with her for so long, so she's giving me so much advice. But I think just the advice she gives off the court, for stuff off the court that makes you a better person on the court, just caring about yourself and your wellness, your mental health, your physical health, and knowing that there is life beyond basketball. I think she just mentions giving it all now because later in life, you never know what's going to happen. So just give it all that you can now.
As we record this, it looks like college basketball is going to be back sooner than January 1st. What does that mean for you and for the team?
Yeah, we're excited. We definitely want to make sure like everything's safe, but we know all the schools are doing a great job with that as we see like the NBA bubble and everything. So we're just really excited to get started like as soon as possible. We're all itching to get back and playing in the games, so we're just super happy.
All right. You talked earlier about how this is a hungry team, and how important is that, I guess, going into a season now? You've been through this enough to know that there's one thing about preparing the X and O's, and then there's another about just that mental preparedness and that hunger and what that can do for a team going into a season. Where can that lead this team come in the 2021 season?
Yeah, well, a lot of us on the team haven't been to an NCAA tournament, so I know that's just going to drive our hunger even more, knowing that we want to make it there. And we also have a lot of freshmen coming in who have never played a college basketball game either, so we're definitely know that they're hungry, ready to get on the court, see what it's like. So I just think just having that hunger throughout the whole season is really going to push us ahead of people, and knowing that every practice we have to go 100% if we want to be like a top 10 team that we have to be in order to make it to the NCAA tournament.
Okay, along with winning games, what's the most fun part of playing basketball at Arizona that you've experienced?
Honestly, I think besides playing games, just the team off the court, like on the sidelines, the support that we get, a bunch of inside jokes that we have like on the bench when we're not in practice, like we're just on the sideline watching, just having that like relationship, just knowing that you can joke around, knowing when to joke around and when to be serious, just like having that bond is really fun.
Sam, you're going to play over 100 games in a Wildcat uniform. You've had an outstanding career. It's going to close out, I know, with an outstanding season. I want to thank you for all that you've done, not only for U of A women's basketball, but I think just for the community, because it's meant so much, as you've witnessed here the last couple of years in particular. So good luck this senior year. We know you're going to go far, and the team's going to go far, and we look forward to a great campaign ahead.
Thank you. I'm so excited for this season.
All right. Sam Thomas, senior forward from Las Vegas, looking forward to the upcoming U of A women's basketball season. That's another edition of Bear Down with Brian Jeffries. We'll see you again next time.